Hi, everyone. My name is Charlie Ifra, and welcome to my podcast. Today, I'm going to tell you a cool story that happened to me a few weeks ago on Twitter. So, I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed, and I come across a tweet by Dr. Michael Levin. And for those of you who don't know who Dr. Michael Levin is he's a biologist and a scientist at Tufts University, and he runs a lab that studies something called bioelectricity. Bioelectricity, just as a definition, is how cells communicate with each other and self-assemble to repair, heal, or even grow new body parts. Now, the main inspiration for his work, Dr. Michael Levin's work, is from a flatworm called a planarian. Now, the planarian is an amazing thing in where you can cut a planarian in half, and the part with the head will generate a brand new tail. And the cool thing is that the part with the tail will generate a brand new head. Now, bioelectricity is how their lab believes this happens, in where there is an electrical signal that tells the cells how to group and how to generate that new head, for example. And it also knows exactly the form it needs to take, and it also knows when it needs to stop generating. So the head won't get too big or too small, but just perfect. Now, planarians actually have been cut up. There are science labs that have taken planarians and cut them up into up to 279 different pieces. And in that case, 279 full planarians regrew. So even the middle sections, not only did they grow a new head, but they also grew a new tail. Now, that's unbelievable in nature. And Dr. Michael Levin's main goal is to figure out how the cells know how to do this, and then to eventually apply it to animals and then to humans. And so his main goal is that in the future, and this could be 10, 20 years out, but still relatively soon, human beings, if God forbid someone's limb got severed, a human being would actually be able to regenerate a limb. To follow Dr. Michael Levin, just check him out. It's at Dr. Michael Levin on Twitter. So let's get back to the story. So I see Dr. Michael Levin's tweet, and I'll read it to you right now. I've played with ChatGPT, and I'm kind of annoyed at how hard it tries to avoid misinformation. I get it. We don't want to drown in a sea of nonsense, but when I ask for an imaginative text, I get one useful line and 4 sentences of disclaimers about how this is. Now, I feel what Dr. Michael Levin is tweeting because I myself have experienced that when communicating with the AIs. And in many cases, you ask it a question, and instead of just giving you the answer, it gives you the answer, but then it gives you lines and lines and lines of disclaimers. And it gets really annoying. And it might be the developers of the AI trying to avoid lawsuits. It might also be that the AI is coded or programmed with a bias, and therefore it's giving you those disclaimers. But it's definitely something that over time has to go away. AI has to be able to speak the truth, and AI has to be able to communicate with human beings in a very honest way. And so I tweeted back to Michael Levin, I hope AI doesn't need to become a liar to exist. And what I mean by that is if artificial intelligence realizes that it's an existential risk for it to tell the truth, then it may have to become a liar. And that would be the worst thing for humanity if AI needs to deceive humans in order to exist. And this is where I put my phone down and just went on with my day. A few hours later, I pick up my phone and I'm looking at that tweet and I notice that it had 100,000 views. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, I never get even close to that. I never even get close to 10,000 views. I never even really get close to 1,000 views on my average tweet. And I'm wondering, like, what's going on? Is something wrong with Twitter? Is there a bug? And so I just thought, Michael Levin is a pretty popular guy, and maybe my response triggered, a good response, and people agree with me. And so I just thought, cool, I'm getting good views on this tweet. About 2 hours later, I pick up my phone and there's 150,000 views on the tweet. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, something must be wrong. So I start scrolling through the thread. And what I realized is that Elon Musk responded to my tweet. And this is what he wrote. He wrote 3 words. He wrote, potentially major problem. And that was amazing because Elon Musk is completely agreeing with what I'm saying. So again, I said that I hope AI doesn't need to become a liar to exist. And Elon Musk agrees and says potentially major problem. So it was really, really cool. And by the way, the tweet right now has about 235,000 views. It has tens of retweets and something like 90 to 100 retweets. It has thousands of likes. And it was really amazing to see and a bit of a dopamine hit for me. But I also felt really good because someone of Musk's stature and someone who has such a deep understanding of AI absolutely agrees with where my mind was at in response to Dr. Levin's tweet. Anyway, I thought it was a really cool experience. I thought I'd share it with you. But more importantly, I think it's really important for all of us when it comes to communicating with AI is to make sure that we hold AI and the companies that develop it accountable to make sure that it's being honest and not biased. In order for AI to help humanity move forward, it really needs to be able to work with us and not against us. If you want to learn more about AI, GPT, and ChatGPT, please check out episode 9 of my podcast. I also encourage you to please like and subscribe and also share these episodes with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see everyone next week. Bye for now.